Oh, it's been a while since I've heard this music. Hey, what up, boys? Chat's going? Can you hear me okay? Doing a little bit of a chill stream today. And it's my first live stream in like 3 years, maybe longer. I'm a very old man when it comes to streaming. I don't know really a lot about it. It's gonna be a pretty basic stream today. I'll be setting up some more stuff in the future. But today, might turn down the music just a little bit. Today, I'm gonna be catching up on Dying Light 2 news. If you've been watching the Dying to Know series, they've been releasing information, gameplay, stuff like that about Dying Light 2. I haven't seen a lot of it. I think I've seen maybe the first episode? Let's see. I think I've seen this one here, Dying to Know episode 1. I'll go through it a little bit and just see if I've seen it or not. But just going to be going through, chilling here, watching videos, and getting ready for that Dying to Know episode 4. Yeah, so welcome, thanks for joining. If you've already watched all these videos and you don't feel like watching them again, that's completely fine. Like, you don't have to watch these again. I'm not going to be playing any games like today. I'll do that later. This is just, I was going to sit down, I was going to drink some beer, and like watch Dying Light 2 news and catch up on it. So I thought, hey, may as well live stream, you know, chat to you guys at the same time, get your opinions and all that good stuff. Yeah, but it just sort of feels good to get back in. Tuning in for it's nearly bedtime. Yeah, that's all good. Where are you guys watching from? Like, what time zone are you in, actually? Let me know, like, where you're tuning in from. Man, I'm seeing a lot of familiar names. Jay Wade, of course, Spider Games, the Rousers, Trusty Rousers. Hey, Biohazard, DD the God, Zombie Slaying Farmer. You missed the video last week. That's all good, man. Just tuning in. Yeah, that's all good. You like the video on the beard? Cheers, man. Yeah, I think I might. People were pretty receptive to that stuff, eh? Like, I think people actually enjoyed listening to me talking about growing a beard, weirdly enough. I figured there was going to be a good chance no one would give a shit. But, yeah. It's, pretty cool. Yeah, I'm going to mute this audio. And, I'm going to start with Dying to Know episode 1. I think I've seen this before. So we'll give it a go. Might end up skipping through this one and go to the next one. Have you played Yakuza 0? No, it looks awesome though. I haven't played any Yakuza games.
Hello guys, nice to meet you. I'm Leah, and this
Netherlands,
is Dying to Know.
yeah,
If you're
CT,
dying to know
yeah,
what's
CT.
going on in the world
Ireland.
of Dying Light 2, then you're in the right place.
Nice.
Here we'll be showing
Sup,
you
just everything?
all the news from the latest
It's
from the
8
Dying
PM
Light
for you?
world. We'll be announcing a few contests. We'll be talking to developers, and probably
Nice.
most
Like
importantly,
15 minutes
we're going
away.
to be showing you a brand new gameplay trailer
Wow, cheers
where
for
you can
tuning
see
in.
the current state of the Dying Light 2 game. But first, there's someone here I need to introduce you to. It's Aiden Caldwell.
I'm a pilgrim, an outcast,
What a badass.
roaming like a Japanese Ronin or an Old West desperado. My past is dark, but my future has a tiny, dying light at the end of this tunnel.
He said the thing. He said the thing.
Hello, guys. My name is Jonas Scott, and I voice Aiden Caldwell in Dying
This
Light
guy's a
2.
legend,
But
man.
Before that, I'm going to host this program with Leia, if you don't mind.
My pleasure. Well, I'm ready. Jonah's definitely ready. And I hope you're ready.
So if you're dying to know, just like us, then stick with us.
It's beer time, boys.
The story told in Dying Light 2 occurs 20 years after the events of the first game. And if you're wondering what happened in those intervening 20 years, well, there's no better person to ask than the Dying Light 2 world director, Thomas Gabau, with who I'll be talking in just a moment.
And after that, I'll be speaking with Piotr Jamenek, the narrative director of the game, about the characters that appear in Dying Light 2.
Yeah, CT is Central Time. Beer time is what? Wait, stop fucking calling me out, eh?
So the first question I have for you today is...
It's just
do
a
I
cheeky
need to
lunch
have played
beer,
Dying Light
right?
1 to sort of understand what's happening in Dying Light 2?
No, actually, you don't. Like you mentioned before, our game takes place some 20 years later. In a world where
20 years
humankind
later, you
has
don't have to
lost
play the
the will
first one to play the second one.
So,
Right.
Cool.
In a way, you could say that Dying
Because there
Light
will
2
be
takes us to the world
a
beyond
lot of
the
new
apocalypse.
players to Dying Light 2.
Intriguing.
It's going to be a
Right,
big
tell me
game.
more,
People who didn't play the
please.
first one, so
Well,
that's
you remember
good
the
that they can
events
just
of
jump into
Heron in
it.
2014. Well, after that, world leaders, they had a tough choice to make. They had to isolate the city of Heron.
Right.
For that, they created an exclusion zone. Like in Chernobyl, only a lot more people were left to die inside the walls.
Yeah, right. So they just isolated the entire city. And did it help? Did it stop the virus?
Yeah, for a while it worked.
How you doing, Killy? I'm doing
enough
great,
for everyone to
Biohazard.
forget about it,
Doing
at
pretty well,
least.
thank you. Feels good just to
Only
be streaming
secret,
again,
a
man.
handful of scientists
Yeah, just
continued to study the virus.
Having a good
You know,
time.
manipulating its DNA,
We chilling, we out
creating
here.
new strains. They were looking for commercial military applications. So, you know, they're doing it for the money, really.
Yeah, of course. So what happened next?
Well, next, the shit hit the fan. By Christmas 2021, one of these mutated strains escaped from a level 4 laboratory located near Geneva. We don't really know if this was accidental or not, but
This
this time
set
the virus
looks
was
amazing.
much faster than any government. Before the world could react, civilization was on the brink of collapse. People were dying in the streets, capital cities were burning. By the end of 2023, 98%
How are you doing,
of the
Biohazard?
population had been lost to the virus. There was a few settlements remaining, but only one city was still standing. The last bastion of mankind, our city, Villador, aka
The
city.
windmill reminds you of
Right,
Umbrella
so
Corp. Yeah, I see
Villador
that.
is what we have left. So that's everything that's happened outside of the city. What actually
Mm-hmm.
happens inside Villador?
Well, the city has unique rules. First of all, it's surrounded by seemingly impassable
Nice,
walls.
just chilling.
And inside the walls, the people that decided to use a radical new weapon against the infection,
Oh.
which actually gave them the upper hand in the first stages of the pandemic. But it also created terrifying new monster archetypes. 15 years on, a new equilibrium.
I haven't even seen the
emerged in
monsters
city,
gameplay
where
trailer. I haven't even
daylight
seen like
human
these new
factions
enemies.
fight
I'm
to
so
control the
excited.
city, and at night, the streets become the realm of these bloodthirsty, infected monsters.
Great. Well, that is extremely interesting. Thank you very much, Thomas. And we'll be hearing more about the vibrant and fantastic city soon, I hope. But first, I think we need to hear a little bit more about the characters.
Our second guest is a man of two industries, cinema and gaming. In a previous life, he wrote the hit HBO series Wataha?
Wataha, yeah.
Wataha. And then he moved on to Techland to become a narrative director, Piotr Jamenek.
Hi guys, thank you.
So we have plenty of time to talk about the rest of the characters in Dying Light 2. There are tons of them. But today, I think we want to focus on Aiden Caldwell, the protagonist. You want to talk more about him? Or?
Yeah, sure. So Aiden, he's the member of Outcasts, you know, the group of people traveling through this dangerous world of Dying Light 2 called pilgrims, because he's looking for his relative, the person whom he lost many, many years ago, and that person is his only memory from the past, and the only answer to whom Aiden really is.
Aiden is a really rich, deep character, very much cooler than I am.
Oh, no, come on.
I mean, he can run across buildings, jump from rooftop to rooftop, use all kinds of weapons.
Yeah, well, you know, he didn't have much choice. This world is full of infected, bloodthirsty creatures, so he didn't have much choice, right? The weak die, the strong survive, and Aiden, he just has to be strong. But why did he come like that? Why him? That's the main question of the game, and the player will have.
Are you ever gonna make more Dying Light
opportunity
videos?
also
Yeah.
To decide how Aiden
More,
will
it'd be more
evolve.
probably
Will
more
he
like
help the
retrospective
weak?
videos.
Will it
I know
distract
sometimes they do
him
like
from
community
his
events
main
and
goal?
stuff.
Or maybe he will just.
I've played so
strive
much
to
Dying Light that a little
the
community
end of
event
his
probably
search
isn't going to
as
get me
soon
to
as
play it
possible.
again because
I
I
can't
just,
imagine trying to
I
survive
want
or
to keep
live
it
in a
fresh for
city
Dying
like
Light 2.
that as
But
a
I've got
lone
some
wolf
thoughts
by
I've been wanting to
yourself
share for
without
a
any
while
kind
on
of
certain parts of the
support.
game.
Well,
So
he's not gonna
yeah,
be
there will be some
alone,
content
you
for
know,
Dying
he will
Light
meet
before
many
Dying Light 2
people,
comes out.
But Again, depending on the player choices.
Hey, Nathan,
some of them
good to see you,
will
man.
become his allies, but some of them will become his enemies. One of the group he will
Alright, cheers, man.
encounter are the Night
Merkizos?
Runners, the
I hope I'm
former
pronouncing that correctly.
special force
Have a good night, man. Thanks for
officers
tuning in.
Who were sick of the army's
fall damage.
cynicism and lack of concern for common people.
Different techniques,
But
different
they were
parkour
brave
techniques to
enough
negate that damage.
to help the people during the night. And the night, as you know, is pretty horrifying in the game.
Yeah, so Aiden joins them, joins the Night Runners?
Oh, that's the question, my friend. The player will have to answer too. I won't spoil the pleasure of discovering Aiden's actions and true motivations, but what I can share with you is the fact that we really put big effort to make this character and many others complex and multidimensional. But there is so much more to be discovered during the game.
Oh, it's fascinating. Can't wait to learn more. Thank you so much, Piet.
Thank you, thank you.
So before we watch the gameplay trailer of Dying Light 2 for the first time, we need to talk about something which is basically at the center of the Dying Light universe, which is
The community. Over the past few years, Dying Light has amassed over 23 million players and a 95% positive review rating on Steam.
Any
Which in
update if
Steam
we've got
Talk is
sand
overwhelmingly
in Dying Light 2?
positive,
I
so
don't know if there are any
We'd like
beaches.
to take a few seconds and thank you guys.
Maybe.
Thank you all for being
could be.
on this journey with us. Thank you for sharing your love with others of Dying Light. And thank you for these great moments spent together.
Crayfish is just a really big fan of Dead
Dying
Island.
Light 1 has some amazingly creative fans, which is fantastic, pardon the pun, because we're going to be starting a brand new contest which will combine your love of Dying Light with that same creativity.
With the release date of Dying Light 2 drawing ever closer, we'd like to extend our hand and invite you to make the community a little bit bigger. If you find yourself skilled in the ways of visual arts, writing, or costumes and cosplay, please join the Dying Light universe.
So check out dyinglightgame.com/contest.
Colossal
and
Kiwi
if you
outfit.
win, there's a fantastic monetary prize on the line. But
Getting
also,
some
there's other
flashbacks.
great rewards you could be in with a chance with winning as well.
Like Platinum Edition of Dying Light. Look at this. This is the finest edition of Dying Light ever made. This is the Platinum Edition of Dying Light. This has every bit of content ever released for Dying Light in one place.
Hold up, guys. Hang on, I'm just going to end the stream and then start it again. Something's just kind of screwing up. Hang on.